Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Dave, DLC Dave, and welcome to the third chapter of The Rise of the Phoenix, my Football Manager 2017 Let's Play with Phoenix Sports Football Club. And today we take on Luton Town in the third round of the FA Cup. But let's just see how we've been getting on in the previous month or so since the second round. Right, as you can see, we last played. We last saw each other on the 3rd of December, which was a 4-0 home victory against Southend United. I'm still a little bit in shock about that, about how incredibly the team played. But since then, it's been pretty comfortable. We had one draw in there, which we also had a red card for Ryan Burge, and it did set us back, but we were able to pick up a 2-2 draw away at Heybridge, who are not a bad team in this league. I think they're battling for the playoffs, really. I mean, no one's going to be unseating us, really, but we've been pretty dominant in every game. Um, the only real negatives we've had are the fact that we're now in January, and yeah, as you can see, there's been a lot of bids for players, and we've already had issues with Ronaldo Boyce and Adam Elners, and you can see Ronaldo Boyce is improving every single day. Um, Look at the list of clubs that are interested in him. You know, you've got Premier League clubs like Leicester, uh, Hull, Burnley, Everton. Well, you know, the Premier League teams that are interested that want him and are just putting in bids left, right, and centre that I'm just going to reject and try and keep hold of him as best we can. I think for some of these players, it may be that we do have to let them go. Um, but what we'll attempt to do is put in sell-on fees. So we may not get the money as much as we want now, but we'll put on sell-on percentages so that if he then moves on in the future, we then get a decent percentage of that. And hopefully, but I knew this would be an issue. I knew that starting off so low, these players are just too good for the league, are just too good, and at their age, they're going to have bids for them. They're going to. It's just going to happen. Adam Elmers has got a bids from Wolves, Derby, Hull, Huddersfield, Leeds, West Brom, Watford. You know, Championship and Premier League clubs are after these players. John Jane Love is actually a bit different. He's 26, so he's really got interest in the League Two, League One type teams, but obviously still leagues above us. Even Olawale is had an interest from Wigan, but as he's our only half decent goalkeeper, and I want to keep hold of him. Regan Cole's another one. You know, very good players that are very young, and Fulham are interested. So more Championship level clubs, also Sunderland, and yeah, it's up to us to try and keep hold of these players as best as we can. Um, and I think we are progressing as quickly as possible now. We will get promoted this year, that is of no doubt. And we are now into the FA Cup third round. We were home to Luton. I think it was between Luton and who was the other team that we could have faced? I think was it Gateshead? When we did up, it was Gateshead. Yes, they won the replay. Yes, so a tough ask, but Luton, as you can see, not performing brilliantly since that victory. They are in a shaky patch of form, and we beat a League One team to get here, so you never know. But as I say, it is still I'm still expecting us to go out and maybe to get a hammering, but you just never know. So the team that we're going to line up with today, unfortunately, Matthew Johnson is suspended. Big miss, which means that John Jay and Love will move out to the right, and Charlie Fox will come in the middle. That's the team that we're going to line up with today. Alawali in goal, Jane Love right back, Fox and Arthur Worry. Now this is actually something I haven't mentioned is that we have made a couple of signings. This actually a few signings. Starting with Stephen Arthur Worry. Arthur Worry. There you go. He's come in. He's a decent centre back. I always got an issue with injuries though, which I think is one of the it's not on here, but it was when I signed him. Was that he had a big injury layoff, torn knee ligaments, 15 months out. I guess in real life he had a real problem with injuries. Um, but we're taking him on. He's only going to be here, and all these players are only going to be here for 6 months. Something to bear in mind that I just wanted a little bit. Really, I wanted to sign them for this FA Cup run to try and push us on. Perry Ryan, or Ryan Perry as I probably call him. Again, is not brilliant, but is better backup than what we have. So I wanted to bring him in, pretty cheap wages, just as a backup for all backups really, backup of all backups. Dean Hammond is a starting player, and is for our level is fantastic. Physically, he's a little bit lacking in pace, but everything else is fantastic for our level, and I think he is going to be a really key player for us this year. Now, I don't anticipate any of these players sticking around after this season because I want to be embedding the youngsters. But for now, I wanted to give us a fighting chance at progressing as far as we can in the FA Cup. Because it eventually will be more money than these players are costing that we can bring in via the FA Cup run. That's my logic. Scott Griffiths has come in again, a backup left back. Something I just felt like we needed something a little bit extra in defence, and we were able to bring him in for fairly cheap. Tom Rosenthal has actually come in and gone into the reserves. Someone I do see is a little bit more long term because he's only 20, but adds a little bit of depth in the striking areas and can play in midfield and attacking mid. Um, Someone I actually will probably bring through a little bit more into the first team, give him some game time because I think he could be an option off the bench. And J Tab has come in as well. Very, very, very good technically and mentally, but it does lack physically. But he's got 11 stamina, so he can last in games. But again, these players are here for just the rest of the season and just to provide depth, cover, and to hopefully push us on to a reasonable FA goal, a more than reasonable FA Cup run. So without further ado, we'll get into the game. We are. I am again. I haven't selected the extra subs. Right. Okay. Well, here we go. Uh, we're at home again, and we actually something I haven't mentioned is that we've already had the fourth round draw because the pitch at the Phoenix Sports Ground was waterlogged for the first. So we actually had the FA Cup fourth round draw, and that was it was on the Sunday. Fourth round draw. We'll play Sheffield Wednesday or Brentford in the fourth round if we get through. And they are both championship clubs. So that will certainly be the end of the road. It will be Sheffield Wednesday actually. They have since beaten Brentford. So it will be Sheffield Wednesday. That will certainly be the end of the road. There's no possibility that we will beat them. But it should certainly be an exciting episode and if we can get through, but I am less optimistic as we go on because the players' morale has just dipped a little bit with some of the issues with turning down transfers and bids, but that's for another day. That's for another day. So now here we are, Phoenix Sports against Luton Town. Come on, lads, let's go for it again. Another 4-0 would be lovely, absolutely lovely. Right, pointless highlight. We'll be out the way in a minute. Don't worry about that. Or maybe it's not quite so pointless because we have a free kick early on, and it's Ronaldo back to Hammond to Tab and Anderson. Oh, yeah, such a big chance that is right in the first minute. Tom Anderson, our captain. Oh, okay. Those are the kind of things that it's against Southend. Every shot pretty much went in early doors, but it's happy that good that we're able to create these chances. But now they're on the attack. Hilton crosses it in, and they've hit the post. Chances at both ends here, neither of them taken. But still a long way to go. It's great to see a capacity crowd here as well. There's 1,000 capacity stadium, and it was full for the Southend game, and it's full for this game, which is great for our finances. And I say, I would have again. The next game will be at home as well, even if we do get through. And I would have much preferred an away game just to one of the league teams because it would be a great amount of money for the club. But we come forward here with J-Tab to Anderson. He's tackled. Now they can try and break on. And this is what I was worried about, the counter that they can spring on us, but Ollie Palmer doesn't quite. He forced him wide a little bit and he found the side netting. But that's what we need to be careful of. It's just because we do play quite a controlled style, possession-based style, that we could get caught on the counter. But Boyce has the ball here. He crosses it in, and there's Sam Sturridge. And oh my God, Phoenix Sports take a 1-0 lead in this FA Cup third round. Great play from Ronaldo, and he crosses it in, and Surridge really just had to tap it home. But oh God, the Insta highlight. Okay, Elms picks it up though. Could it be Tab to Anderson? Back to Tab, and he finds Elms in a bit of space, but he cautiously goes backwards now. Anderson to Elms. He plays into Sturridge, and it's a 2-0. 2 goals in 2 minutes, and we are on potentially for an FA Cup fourth round against Sheffield Wednesday. I mean, I wish you could ask him to move it to be away from home, but we are going to be playing them. It looks like if we don't throw anything away here without any bottle jobs in sight, we will progress to the FA Cup fourth round. And I am less shocked than when it was when we beat Southend, but it's still a surprise to beat these teams so high up in the league. And Sam Surridge has been an absolutely fantastic loan signing. It's someone who will probably try and get back or even sign in the future. I don't know if you saw there, but that second goal was his 49th of the season, and he's just someone who doesn't particularly suit the role according to my coaches, but he is absolutely fantastic. Oh no, okay. Although while he's there, oh my God, Jesus. All right, you stay in goal, mate. Stay in goal. Oh. Okay, Ronaldo, superb play. I'd be very sad if we lost him, but I don't really see how we can keep him around. Now then, Fox has got the ball. He clears it, and I don't particularly mind that as long as he's not trying to pass it around our own box too much. But okay, J-Tab passes out to Espinosa. Good ball, loads of space. He crosses it in, and there's Sam Sturridge for the hat trick. Actually, it goes down as a Raya own goal. Glenn Raya own goal, and it's 3-0 now, and we can surely start to dream. I'm going to take Sam Sturridge off because he's basically dead. I'm also going to bring on Regan Cole, and I'm probably going to make a third change as well. I do like to make changes in one go, really. That's just the way I am. I'll bring on Ryan Burge as well for J-Tab. Change out the midfield. Give Surridge a rest. I think he's done his job. 2 goals, and then he forced the own goal in my book. So we're 3-0 up now with 15 minutes to play, and barring anything ridiculous, we are into the FA Cup fourth round incredibly. Now then, Ryan Burge is through, and it's a good save from Moore. But really, I think it's a case of how many now they're going to have to push forward, and we can hopefully catch them on the counter. I guess as the corner is dealt with and cleared. Oh, wow. It is a remarkable circumstance to be this dominant really against 2 league teams. Although, okay, the free kick is into the wall. Gray will surely try and get it across. Sheehan into Smith to McGee, and it's a great save from Olawale. He does come up with some good saves. I think he does have a clanger in him, but he does come up with some excellent saves. You know when you see goalkeepers at this level, they are often fairly unpredictable, to put it mildly. And we are heading into injury time here, and it looks like it's going to be a 3-0, or maybe even better. No, a 3-0 home win. Another fantastic performance from the lads. We've come through this game pretty much without too many issues. We had that one woodwork hit, a couple of chances early on for Luton, but they couldn't quite take them, and there it ends 3-0. Absolutely delighted, very pleased with the performance. Some players weren't listening, but a couple were delighted, which is good. Yeah, we go on, and we'll just have a look to see when that FA Cup fourth round is going to take place, because that's probably when we're going to come back. This is turning into a FA Cup season. 28th of January, so it's not too far away. It's only just over 2 weeks away. So we'll play these games and we'll be back for the FA Cup fourth round against Sheffield Wednesday. What a huge club to play against. Um, yeah, it's pretty amazing. If anything does happen in the meantime, I will obviously let you know when we come back. We have big interest in players, but I will, at least for this January, I want to keep them around. Maybe in the summer, some of these players will have to move on, but by then we'll hopefully have some regens that are going to come through the club that will maybe even be better. Who knows? So I will see you for that FA Cup fourth round. If you have enjoyed this episode for the FA Cup third round victory, please leave a like, subscribe as well if you're new, and leave a comment if you've enjoyed it and if you want to see anything else. I'm always happy to answer any comments or questions, or if you want to know what the database is or anything like that, just let me know. But I'll see you for the FA Cup fourth round. Thanks very much, guys. See you later. Bye.